Alright, what's going on everybody? So we are back on iJevin's Patreon server, and as you can see, there's been quite a few changes. So again, like I said, I'm not like going to record everything I do, just because I'm on the server a lot, and I've done a lot as you can see, and it would just, I don't know. It's not that it would take too much time, it's just, I don't feel you guys need to see everything that I do. Maybe down the road I start getting more popular, then maybe I'll start recording more. But for right now, what I'm doing is fine. So we have, oops, okay. I was checking out my FPS because I just installed Optifine. But anyway, so we have a nice big lighthouse here. This is going to be the start to a village that basically is going to cover this area here. Man, these grass blocks look a lot better with the grass on the side. Like I said, I installed Optifine, and I did the better grass and the better trees and all that stuff, and I also upgraded, I don't know if you saw it or not, to the 114 textures, because I really like them. But anyway, so you see a bunch of things here. I did add clouds, they're in the way, but I did add 2 more iron farms. You can't really see the second one because of the clouds, but it's right there. Oops. Torch. But we are getting massive iron drops from that. So it's pretty productive. We also installed another sugarcane farm simply because of the fact that we're going to be trading with villagers, because I opened up a couple more stands in the store now. We're selling fully enchanted armor and weapons and tools and stuff like that. So wanted to be able to get enough. I wanted to be able to get enough emeralds to do that. So this is going to be where I put my melon and pumpkin farm, which is why that hopper clock was up there. So I had one of the other guys on the server show me how he set up his hopper clock. Wow, got a creeper. So this is a manual creeper farm because I'm selling gunpowder, and I wanted a way to, get, I wouldn't say absurd amount, because it didn't really, produce that much, but I wanted to get a good steady supply, more or less for myself. But it's really hard with multiple people on the server. So what I do is I redesign the creeper farm again. So let's actually, we'll head up there and I'll show you real quick. So as you can see, we're a lot higher now. We were up at Y194, which means that there is nowhere else these guys can spawn except for in here. Because the way spawning mechanics works is they can spawn up to 128 blocks away from the player. Now, I need to make that landing pad bigger. Now, anything over, I think, a certain amount of blocks will despawn automatically, but that doesn't stop them from actually spawning in. Now, let's see if we actually get any drops. I don't think we're going to get any. Ooh, we got a couple. We got a spawn or two. So basically the way it works is, you saw it, and what it does is it drops them down to 1 block below their death limit. So creepers die at fall damage of 24 blocks. So we have it set at 23, and then what happens is they land on a pressure plate and a piston pushes them into a water stream. And then they get pushed into there, they come up over here, and then they land right here. So I decided to go with this because I was talking with one of the other guys at the server, and he was telling me, and actually iJevin suggested the same thing, that I make it more of a killing station rather than AFK, because with my looting, I can get far more drops in a much faster time frame than if I were to just AFK the whole time. So ended up doing it that way, and it worked. There was a period of time I was by myself on the server for about 3 hours, and I ended up getting an entire shulker box worth of gunpowder. So that actually reminds me, I need to head out to the store and see if we actually have any left. So there is a chance that we don't. Yeah, we're sold out. Gotta do another enchanting setup because somebody bought it. Actually, we'll leave the two. If we get another one then. So we have our books. And then, like I said, I also started selling armor. So there is no protection on any of these simply because of the fact that different people use different things for their armors. So, like for me, I would rather have fire protection. There's somebody else. I would rather have fire protection on my boots simply because they're always on. Right now my fire protection is actually on my chest plate and I'm using my elytra all the time. So I don't really have fire protection too much. That's hammer. So I also get into the tools and then swords. I'm going to change this to weapons because I am going to get into making bows. So check our glass. I don't think any dye sold. Alright, so we can head back. So you're probably wondering what this random fence is. This is actually the 24 block distance that's needed to allow the creepers to actually spawn in there. So we give that a couple seconds, and we see if we get any creepers. Probably not, and we don't. So it is hard because there are a couple people on the server right now, so it just makes it a little difficult. But once, see, look how good this farm is doing. So once we actually get some alone time on the server, which doesn't happen too often, but it happens often enough to where I can keep a steady supply of gunpowder. Alright, so now that we got a little bit of a tour, oh yeah, I also extended the farms. That way I have a steady supply of trading materials. So yeah, now that we had a tour of what I've built since the last episode, we can talk about what we're going to do this episode. And it's a massive undertaking. So I want to add another item to my store that people seem to be requesting a lot, and that is full beacon setups. Yeah, I know. So we got part one of it done, which was installing a bunch. Let's see, we can see the other part now. So we have a good steady drops of iron. So making the beacon won't be a problem. The issue is the wither skeleton skulls. They're not easy to come by unless you have a farm. A farm that I'm going to build. That's going to be what we're doing this episode. We are going to be building a wither skeleton farm. Now, it's a very simple design. I did not come up with the design. It was Tango's design. So I don't want to take any credit for his brilliance. So I'm going to link the video in the description for references, I guess you can say. That way if you want to build in your own world, you can do so. So on the screen right now, there's going to be a list of the items that we're going to need. And then as we collect these items, we're going to do some check marks. So the list is there. So we have our stone, we have our glass, we have our sensors. Now, we're also going to need hoppers, which we now have. We are going to need some iron bars, which we now have. I don't think we need to. And then the next thing that we're going to need to get, which is going to be the biggest undertaking, is the Nether Brick. So we need, as you saw, almost a full shulker box worth of Nether Brick. And I don't want to tear down any fortresses near a base, near a portal, near spawn, anything like that. Simply because if somebody wants to walk in and, do this the hard way, they certainly can. So I was talking with another gentleman on the server, and he actually has 2 fortresses not that far away from his base. So what we're going to do is we're going to head out there and we are going to destroy one of them. They already got permission from the guy, so don't go yelling at me or anything like that. So we'll see you guys in the Nether when we start demolishing the base. Alright, so we are back here in the Nether with our materials gathered. So this should be enough. I'm pretty sure, especially since most of this was already built. This I just added for me, but actually this needs to be 1 wide. So this is going to be 50 by 31, 32. That's not 1 wide. Bro, do you even math? There we go. This is going to be the entrance. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, I believe it is. Okay. So this is how long the farm is going to be. Thought we had one spawning already, but that's just that. Alright, we got our platform built. Now we are working on finishing up the glass for the outside. And I keep doing that. I really should have made this like red. I didn't even think about it till just now. I already made all this glass. If somebody wants to come in and swap it out with red, they can. Alright, so the next thing that we gotta build is the area where they walk up. So we need hoppers, chests, and there's the hoppers, the chests, and we need a couple of these. So let me, got a couple places to finish up on the class yet, so let me finish that up real quick, and we'll start working on the ends. Alright, so we got our glass pretty much right up to the edge here. So now what we got to do is chest, hopper, 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 and then we need stairs, stairs. Just gotta finish up these two pieces right there. Okay, so basically the inside of the farm is done. So now the only thing we have to do is basically just put the roof on it, and then we're pretty much done. So let's get to it. Alright, so here's what happened. So it was not in the bounds of the actual fortress. So nothing was spawning, basically. So what we did was we were moving to a new location. And this is actually perfect because if you look, there are two platforms right next to each other. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to fill in the middle here, and we're going to have us a nice spawnable area. That side is already actually done. Stairs and slabs and everything. So we just got to finish putting on these last couple blocks. Tell you, this fire resistance potion is a godsend. I mean, I haven't, fallen in the lava or anything, but let gravity do some work here. Bye. 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 Alright, so this is where we gotta go. Now we have to put up the wall. Alright. Well, we still actually got a good amount of blocks left. Actually, first, I want to do this. Just because it might be easier. Like I said, I'm not going to use glass this time because, well, I don't have any extra glass. So, we're just going to do stone. Doesn't really matter what it looks like as long as it functions. I'd love to do red glass. That would be the best. I think that would just look awesome because of it being in the nether. You're gassed. Light this up. As soon as I go over there, stuff will start spawning over here. No. That's not what I want. No. Stop. We're almost at the point where we don't have to worry about falling off. Like my pinky is killing me from holding the shift key so hard. And we no longer have to worry about falling off. So we don't have to be as careful placing these blocks. Let's go get more stone. There we go. Okay, now we just gotta put the ceiling on, and we are golden. Like I said, that side is already done. This end is done. I gotta do the other end yet. this end is done. As you can see, this whole side is done. The next thing we'd have to do is we have to slab this. And then we have to figure out where our entrance and storage area is going to be. Because we are going to get a ton of skeleton drops here. So I think she's building a slime farm. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's what it is. And we're just going to leave one step out as usual, like we did the last time. Turn this side. Yes. Fire resistant ran out, but I don't think I'm actually going to need it. I can't wait to show this thing off. This is going to be open to the server, like everybody's going to be able to use this. So I'm not going to say, no, nobody can use this. I already got pigment spawning in there. No, this is a very friendly server. You know, I've been helped out on multiple occasions by multiple people. As I said on Twitter, that I just, like, you know, one of the issues I was having with wanting to play, like, I've wanted to play on a server for a long time, and one of my reservations was the fact that, well, people can be assholes. And I've been watching iJevin stream for a while, and you know, this is his Patreon server. You know, I had to become a patron, you know, in order to do this. But like, I have no quarrels supporting an awesome creator, and you know, iJevin is he's just a down to earth guy. Like, he doesn't BS. He doesn't like tailor, you know, his streams and everything to what people want. He just does his thing, and he's, you know, he's just a pretty cool guy. So like, I decided, yeah, sure, why not? You know, let's support this guy. And like, just over the course of the couple months that I've been watching him, I think it's been about 4 months now that I've been watching him over on Twitch and everything like that. And I've been watching him on, you know, the Hermcraft videos. Like I've known iJevin for a little while now, but I just, like, one day happened to chance to stream, and you know, ever since then it's been pretty awesome. He interacts with everybody. Just anyway, I'm like fanboying over this right now. Sorry, but anyway, so back to what I was originally talking about, and you know, like I said, one of the reasons why I was so hesitant about playing online is because, like, I didn't want to run into a bunch of assholes. And like, I don't consider myself a phenomenal Minecrafter. Like, I'm okay. Like, I don't think I'm like super good or anything like that. Like, you know, I'm not conceited or anything like that about my abilities in pretty much anything. Like, I believe it's up to, you know, everybody else to determine if I'm good at something or not, you know. Like, I'm confident about what I do. Like, ugh, my throat's like feeling all weird. But yeah, I mean, like, I feel it's up to somebody else to say, hey, you know, you're not bad. And like, don't know, it's just, the people that he has on his servers, it's just, they're all, like, some of the nicest people I've met in an online environment. Usually you hear horror stories about, like, people online and everything like that. Don't get me wrong, like, I've met my fair share of, the wackos and the weirdos and the, how are these people, it's basically what it all boils down to is he's got that's not a slap. He's got a pretty awesome community, and like I said on Twitter, I'm honored to be a part of it. So, if you guys are hesitant about playing online, check him out. Check out his, it's very minimal to, to become a patron rather. But, it's $5. That'll get you on the vanilla server. If you want to play modded, it's a little bit more. I'm not 100% sure. But anyway, so I mean, like, if you're hesitant about it, but you really want to do it, come join us. It's an awesome server. There's a bunch of awesome people here, and it's just fun. It really is. It's a lot of fun. So, well, I think I'm done advertising for him. So let's get this all finished up, and I'll see you guys back in a few minutes. Alright, what's going on? So we are back. We are done. Now, there's a good number of people on the server right now, so it's kind of hard to get numbers. We've gotten a couple spawns, not a lot, but enough to know that the farm does work. So, I ran out and I went and got more daylight sensors, but of course I didn't grab enough, so what do I need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I need 6 more. So, what I also think I need to do is, I think I need to slab all of this. All of that. I think I need to slab. So what I think we need to do is I think we just need to kind of wait until after people leave the server. So, but I think we are going to call that completed, because we have gotten some spawns. We have gotten, I think, about 2 or 3 wither skeletons. So the farm does work. So we are going to call that completed. It's just, right now it's a little hard just because the amount of people on the server. So yeah, we are done. So I'm going to call that for the episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button. And I'll see you guys next time.